All right, guys, welcome to the channel. I'm John. Slay the Spire 2. We have a couple of characters left to play, and we're going to do silent on this one. Incidentally, I've been playing this game a lot, as you guys know. Um, and I've been kind of getting screwed by RNG pretty bad, card wise. So you start out, um, you know, with whatever gift the ancients decide to give you. You can choose from three. And you choose the best one and then you move on. But then you kind of want to do a little something during the game. You want to like focus your build. Like, here's a perfect example. We probably the most notable time over the past week that RNG was in my favor was just now when we're going to continue this. I just started. Here's the stupid resurrection thing. Whatever. The ancient who's going to give me my burial gift or whatever. And look what we got. Fan of knives. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. I know. I know. We're gonna do a Shiv run. Well, we're gonna try to do a Shiv run. That's the goal. Fan of Knives is a great start to that. What Fan of Knives does, by the way, this is one of the most excellent beers I have ever had, and it is a non-alcoholic beer. It is a fresh squeezed IPA, not really fresh, but it is fantastic. It's West Coast. Don't know how they did it, but it tastes glorious. Okay. So let's look at the Phantom Knives. Phantom Knives is pretty simple. It gives me 4 shivs when I cast it. It's a power, which means I can only use it one time. Um, unless I had a duplicator, then it would go twice, or if I had glam on it or something like that, or a replay, which is, I think, the same. Anyway, it gives me 4 shivs that do 4 damage each. But from now on, because that power is active, all the shivs that I use hit all of the enemies. And that's pretty cool. So the object of this run is to get as many shivs as fucking possible. Okay. So that means we want cloak and dagger, cloak and dagger, cloak and dagger, cloak and dagger. For sure, we want cloak and dagger. That is a defensive spell that gives us 2 shivs when we use it. Oh yeah, I love multi-use cards. Gives us block, 5 or 6 block, and 2 shivs. Winner. Okay, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need knife trap. Yeah. Knife trap. Okay, so when you use a shiv, it goes into your exhaust pile. Knife trap allows you to rethrow all them fucking shivs that are in the exhaust pile. Okay, then we'll probably mess around with a few other things. Another one that's really important is accuracy. Accuracy is a power that raises the amount of damage that your shivs do. So there's a few cards that are going to be staples, and if we don't get them, this won't be a very good run. We don't need all of them, mind you, but we need some of them. Okay, so we have a merchant here, possibility. And there's a merchant up here. So the right side, there's a merchant there. The right side gives us opportunity for 2 merchants. So that's what we're going to do. And then if you notice these question marks, I love question marks, except when they're mobs, but that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, right? All right, you guys know the drill, right? You know the drill. So we have 2 mobs, 23 and 22 hit points. This one's going to be doing 7 to us. We don't like that. We're going to neutralize them first. Neutralize does 1 week. 3 damage, but 1 week, and it costs 0. That's really good. Now he's only going to do 5 damage, which is exactly what my defend blocks. We have 2 more energy, so we'll just strike. Same guy. Same guy. Now he's down to 7 hit points. End our turn. Now he has thorns, so we don't want to hit him because we'll take 2 damage. But we got Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives. Why would we not do that? Because that's kind of dumb. I could kill these guys without doing that. But we want to use them because it's cool. All right, so we have Survivor, which is a block card that gives us 8 block, and we have to discard a card, which is no problem. So we'll dump this card. We're not going to use it anyway. We're out of movement points. But now we have all these Shivs, and the Shivs hit everyone. So 4 damage. Oh no. Oh yes. Bad move by me. Every time I hit that guy, I take 2 damage. And he's not dead, and now he's going to do 9 damage to me. That's how you totally screw yourself, man. Right there. If you guys were wondering, that's how you do it. It's early, it could get worse. Okay, we got a power card and Cloak and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger. Okay. You know that song Red and Yellow, or Black and Yellow, you know? Cloak and Dagger. Never mind. Never mind. Only I get it. I understand. Cloak and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger. Okay. We got some gold from that event. Choose 1 to 5 random cards. We like Leading Strike. Gives us 2 Shivs. See that? Deals 3 damage. Me. But it gives us 2 Shivs. Okay. So here's our Save Scum event. Because I want to see what the other one is. All right. Don't feel bad if you do this, because I certainly don't fucking feel bad doing it. Oh, Omni Slice. That's really good. Omni Slice is really good. We're taking Omni Slice for 5 hit points. The last question mark is a mob, but these guys are weird. So these guys, if you kill one, it stuns the other one. So first we'll Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger. See, it does 6 block natively and gives us 1 Shiv. Yeah, we kind of want more than 1 Shiv, but we're going to go after the guy with less hit points. Omni Slice hits both the guys for 8. That's good. We're going to use weakness on him so that he doesn't do 8 damage. He does 6. It doesn't really matter. We'll throw away a strike to put on more hit points. And I don't even know why I fucking did that. I just messed up again. I'm not paying attention. Man of Knives. Probably doesn't really matter, right? Because we're going to shiv these guys to death. Okay, we got Poison Potion, which applies 6 poison. Poison will do that much damage to the enemy after when their turn starts. That's an important moniker. Not really moniker. Point. When their turn starts, they take 6 damage. The next turn they take 5, next 4, and it diminishes. That's what Poison's fun. I'll probably do a Poison run sometime. Because that's a fun card. We don't want any of these. Poison Stab, Acrobatics, Dagger Throw. That's just filler for our deck, and we want to keep our deck lean and mean. Okay, our first merchant. Bubble Bobble, Sucker Punch, Expertise. None of these are any good for what we're trying to do. Nope. So we'll get rid of a card. We got Cloak and Dagger. That's a block card. And we got Omni Slice, which is a attack card. So we can dump either of the two. We're going to dump a Defend. And we're going to hold on to our gold. Because in the event that something actually good pops up in one of these fucking merchants, I swear to God, dudes, I'm getting so screwed on RNG. It's just not even funny. We're going to go for this one, by the way. So here's our path from here, down here, down here. And we hope to get to these bonfires relatively full on health. This one won't be. So that we can upgrade our cards rather than rest. Another question mark with a dude in it. Seriously. Okay, we'll defend. We'll use Cloak and Dagger. And then we need a little bit more. We're going to take 1 damage. That's fine. The Shiv, the Strike, and that's all we can do. Omni Slice. Neutralize will turn that 2x4 to 1x4. And then 1 Defend takes care of that. Omni Slice and Strike. We have an extra Defend, but it doesn't matter. We have no counters up here either. Meaning we don't have a relic that says if you cast 3 skills in a row, you do 5 damage to all enemies. There is one of those. It's fun. So we're not going to, bother with the defend. Also, there's a relic called Ice Cream Cone, I think, that allows you to transfer energy between levels. So if you have extra energy, like we have one, we'll get that next turn, not next level, next turn. All right, let's see what we can do here. We have to do 19 damage with Cloak and Dagger. Even though we don't need the block, we get the Shiv. Because we don't have any other attacks, that's a good thing. Plus, you always want to do that, well, generally, unless there's something that can hit harder, because what will happen is our Shivs will start to hit harder and harder. They'll go to the exhaust pile where we can bring them back later. Hopefully, we'll get those cards that allow us to do that. 9 damage, we can do 12. He has 16, 7 block and 9 hit points. That's 16 damage. We can do 12 and 8 is 14. 12 and 8 is 20. What kind of math is that? All right, so that wins. So strike, and Omni Slice. And we don't want any of these either. Prepared, it's fun. I like prepared, but that's not, it doesn't, it doesn't, it fits better than the other two. Let's just put it that way. But it's not that great. Really, we're kind of hurting here a little bit. I kind of hope to get, like, out of every other combat to get one card to take, and it's just not really working out that way. But since this dude's not attacking us, we're going to shiv him away. Phantom Knives is good, man. All right, we're going to neutralize that guy so he doesn't do so much damage, but he's only at 8, so we're going to fucking kill him. Well, Cloak and Dagger, that'll block the 1 the guy back there is doing. Do the 4 damage that our Shiv does. He has got 24 hit points, and he's going to hit me for 6. Cloak and Dagger happens to give me 6 block, which is really nice. And we'll just strike him to death. He's down to 8 hit points. He can't hurt me. And this should be it. We'll even kill him with a neutralize. Okay, what did we get? Deflect. Deflect is actually an okay card. Escape plan is 2, but I'm not taking any of those. You see how things are going, right? Not very well. Not very well. We rested there because we were down pretty far in hit points, and that was a good rest. Meaning the amount of hit points that we received from the rest were almost all. We didn't like lose any hit points. We weren't too close to our max. I always like to talk about that because I don't think I think that's very important. All right, my camera was fucked up there. Fixed it, but I don't know how far back that goes. I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay. It looks like we're actually finally going to be able to do something here. We're going to enchant a basic strike with Spiral. Spiral lets it get replay 1, and the replay 1 is not glam. It allows you to continue to use that. We're going to do it on the strike. Where this comes in really handy is if the Ancient... My camera just went out again. Hold on. All right, let's see how long it stays on. I've been having some problems with the camera. It's a Sony ZV-E10 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Might be time to get another one. I've had this one for a really long time. Maybe it's just it kind of conks out every once in a while. I'll like be doing stuff and then it just turns off. Like, okay. And then sometimes the lens doesn't retract all the way. It's really kind of weird. Anyway, so we can now smith from here, which is fun. And we'll do Cloak and Dagger. But you know why? Because it gives us 2 Shivs now instead of 1. Oh, yeah. More Shivs, the better. Okay, so this bridge one sucks asses. However, it's a good way to get rid of a card. So it wants to remove from my deck Fan of Knives. I say no. And if I say no, I lose 3 hit points, and then the card is randomized. So now it's going to get rid of Neutralize. No, I want to keep that too. Now it's Survivor. I want to keep that one. Now it's Defend. That's good enough. And so it gets rid of a Defend, and that costs me some amount of hit points. I was full, right? It cost me 12 hit points to do that, which, by the way, is pretty good. Accuracy. The deck is coming together. Not really. That's just like one card, man. Don't get excited. Jesus. Assassinate's also very cool, except for these cards that exhaust. Like, see, Dramatic Entrance does too, and I love Dramatic Entrance, especially against mobs that have multiple enemies that are down in the ladder, because you immediately get their them down to a certain part, and then suddenly your Fan of Knives turns into a really powerful card. So we're probably going to take Dramatic Entrance only because the problem is it's exhaust, which means once I use it, it goes away and I can't get it back. Unless I find the, I don't know if it's an event, whatever it is, there's something that allows me to remove the exhaust moniker or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, we can get rid of another card, but I just did that. So I'm not really jonesing to spend 100 gold on that just now. The Dramatic Entrance is worth it, I think. From what I had just mentioned before about when we're going through this ladder, we're going to come across 3 enemies, 4 enemies. God forbid, the fucking dudes, the ones who take away my life, max health. Yeah, those guys are assholes. These guys aren't so bad. Incidentally, if you remember in the Doom run, we can get rid of this guy with 1 Doom. And oh, this is interesting. We have that, which immediately does that. But the good news is we have accuracy, and then we have Fan of Knives. That's so good, man. It's so good because each one of these hits all of them, and the accuracy doubles the amount of damage that each Shiv does. We don't even need to use all the Shivs. Oh yeah, we do. The one's hanging out. Nice. 44 gold, vulnerability potion, miniature cannon, which by the way is really, really cool. And if things align correctly, I'll show you why that's so cool. Upgraded attacks deal 3 additional damage. So any attack that I've upgraded here, which I haven't upgraded any, but if I do, incidentally, I don't think it works on upgraded Shivs because there's a card, I think it's Knife Trap, that lets it. I don't think it's Knife Trap. I don't know what it is now, but it lets me. Maybe it is Knife Trap. Grab all your knives that's in your exhaust, upgrade them, and then throw them. So it like does an extra 2 more damage per Shiv or something. But I don't think is counting as that. But Blade of Ink, more Shivs. Inky Shivs are really nice because they deal 1 week. Nice. Take that. Shit. Lucky. All right, now we're right before the boss, and the boss is the waterfall giant. The waterfall giant isn't hard, but if you take too long to kill him, he builds a bomb counter, and then you die. So we very well could die. Probably not. I think our deck is good enough to beat him, but we are going to rest to full anyway, just in case. If I wasn't on the channel right now, I wouldn't rest to full. I just wouldn't. It would have been really good if we got accuracy. But we didn't. We're going to throw our poison at him. And then we're going to throw our vulnerability pot at him. And then we're going to see what this power potion is. Accelerant, tracking, and phantom blades. Phantom blades. Shivs gain retain, which means that if they're in my hand, they stay in my hand until I use them. And the first Shiv I play does 9 additional damage. And it doesn't cost us a fucking thing. I love that. Okay, Cloak and Dagger Plus. Fan of Knives, but we can't do the Fan of Knives quite yet because we don't have enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards. We can only have 10 cards. The other cards go into my discard pile, or my drop pile. My draw pile. Dramatic Entrance. And now we are at 3, 6, 7, and Phantom Knights is going to give me, it's still too many. We're going to use some Shivs. Look at how much damage that does. 19 damage for a Shiv. This one does 6 now. All right, now we can get our Shivs from Fan of Knives. 6, 6, 6, 6. That's good bingo. All right, so why are our Shivs doing more damage? What did we cast? Shivs hit all enemies, okay. Phantom Blades, the first Shiv you play does 9 more. Okay. But why were they doing 6 damage? Oh, okay, wait. I have vulnerable on the guy. All right, he's going to do 15 damage to me. We're going to Omni Slice him, neutralize him. So now he only does 11 because we can only block for once. And we'll strike. And as you can see, this 18 right here, right there, that goes up 3 every turn. I think 3 every turn. And after the combat is over and I beat him, it's a bomb that blows up and you take that much damage. So you can beat him and then die to the bomb. Accuracy, of course. Neutralize, of course. That gets it down to 7. Blade of Ink, of course. Now these Shivs, the Shiv does 20 damage. The Shiv is, that's funny, extra powerful because it's going to apply 1 week. I already have 1 week on him from when I cast that other spell, but now week is going to compound and there'll be 3 week on him now. And that doesn't actually do anything, but it makes it last 3 turns, counting this one. So we'll defend, and we can't strike because we ran out of juice. 4 damage, 2 damage back to me. No big deal. Omni Slice. Cloak and Dagger. 17 damage. Oh, you know, we really need to get that card in our deck. Imagine if he had 2. Okay, he's going to heal himself, so we're just going to strike. I think he heals himself for 10. Yeah, not a big deal. Omni Slice again, because we keep getting the cool-ass card. Now we can strike twice, which is fun. You guys remember this one gets replay 1 from that little encounter we had? So he hits twice, which is 12 damage. That's nice. We're going to do Survivor, but yeah, we'll do, what is this, 15 damage? We'll do Survivor, get rid of the strike, and do a defend. 13 out of 15, so we take 2. No big deal. Cloak and Dagger. 17 damage from those, 8 damage from that one. Dude, man. You guys are toast. Okay, so see, he's dead, but not really. He's got unlimited health right now. This 27 is going to tick off. First, we have to end the turn. And now he's got the 27 damage bomb. He still has infinite health. So if we had like 26 health, that would be really bad. Or you're 27 health. I have died to him. Oh yeah. End turn. That goes off. We take 27 damage, but we have way more hit points, so. Act 1 is done. I think that was a pretty good one. I think I'm comfortable that my deck trying to do a a Shiv run, I'm comfortable with the cards and I'm confident in it. Now it still needs more cards. It does. It does need, and we need to get rid of some cards. We need to get another, maybe 2 more Cloak and Daggers if we can. And God bless it if we get another accuracy. All right, 100 gold. And we're still waiting for Knife Trap. Black Potion and Knife Trap could be right here. No. But another Blade of Ink. And we'll take that. Anything to give us more Shivs. Okay. And we are going to go and see Darv. Runic Pyramid, at the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Not really for me. Transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. I would do that just to see, but you can't save scum that if you do it. And then you're screwed when your transformed cards are bullshit cards. Wraith Form. Gain 3 intangible at the start of your turn. Lose 1 dexterity. Wow. I've never seen that before. And I've played this game a lot. Wow. 3 intangible. Essentially, that means 3 turns where they can't do any damage to you. Okay, we'll take that. That sounds like a very broken card. Okay, so where are we going to go? We need to go to some merchants to get rid of some cards. Here's one, and here's one. If I go to this one, I can't get to that one. Any more? Yep, there's one up here. We can get there this way. So that's what we'll do. Plus, we get to go through these 2 question marks here, and I love question marks, as you know. It's like I've already seen all the events, but it's just like, okay, what event is going to show? What event is going to show? Dramatic entrance. Can we debuff? No. Dramatic entrance. Omni Slice. Blade of Ink. Is that good? Cloak and Dagger to give us 2 Shivs. And then a Strike. He's always doing 13 damage to me. I didn't even see that. We'll block. Okay. And then we'll use our Shivs. And now he's weak because that Shiv applies weak. He's got 2 weak because we did 2 Shivs. So he's underneath my 11 block now, which is nice. All right, now he is going to go underground, the tunneler, and try to pick me off. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So we're going to try to kill him. Blade of Ink. Neutralizes free damage. Oh, we can't do Phantom Knives because I used the stupid attack thing. Whatever, whatever. Accuracy. And we're not going to be able to get rid of this 32 damage. We're going to take 17. So we're going to get rid of Strike and do a defense. So we'll take 4 damage. Not so bad. Let's see what this Wraith Form does. I've never done this before. At the start of your turn, lose 1 dex. Reduce all damage taken or hit points lost to 1. Lasts for 3 turns. It just sounds so broken, man. It just does. You know that fish boss? That has and so does the experiment or whatever that thing is. That boss does too. Okay, so if you break his shield, he gets stunned. And we're not taking any damage. We still have 2 more turns. We'll only take 1. Well, we take 1. But still. So we'll just strike him to death. And we get nothing that we want. Bummer. The next question mark is, wait, was that last one a question mark? No, that was a monster. Monster encounter. Okay, so he's still already down to 3 life. And I can do this, dude. This seems like, it seems like I'm just fucking cheating. All right, he's gonna do 11 damage though, and we can't kill him. So we're gonna Wraith form. Why not? Why not? Accuracy, Blade of Ink. Should be it, man. Wait, oh, I don't have Phantom Knives out. Okay. Okay. Kill that guy. He's going to do 1 damage to me. We really don't care. There's our Phantom Knives, but we don't need it anymore. Okay. And Finisher. Finisher is actually a really good card when we're playing a Shiv deck. Why? Because every time we want to use Finisher, it will do 8 damage to the target for every time I've done an attack. And with Shivs, you do a shit ton of attacks. Okay, what do we have here? All right, here's a perfect example of something that's cool that I'm going to do. I'm going to do something unorthodox. Okay, here is a merchant, and here's where we are. There's nothing between us at all. It's our next stop. These foul potions, I get 100 gold apiece if I throw them at the merchant. No shit. But I only have 1 slot left. So we're going to discard these. I know. That's weird, right? For 3 foul potions that do 12 damage to everything. But if I throw it at the merchant, I get 100 gold. So we are transferring our pots to gold. And now we'll throw them at this guy. He likes it. So refreshing. That's the stuff. Now we have 512 gold. And we didn't get anything fucking good. Bummer. All right, well, we can get rid of a card. We have a lot of gold. Strike is gone. What else do we have here? Blade Dance is not bad because we get Shivs. If we upgrade that, I think it's 4 Shivs, but it still has exhaust. And the point is we're banking on the fact that at some point we're going to get Knife Trap. We're really hoping that we get Knife Trap. This is actually a very cool card, the Candelabra, because it gives you it gives me 2 energy at the second turn, but it's really fucking expensive, man. So let's find out where our next merchant is. Not till up here. So we can buy something, right? Tiny mailbox. Whenever you rest, procure 2 random potions. Nah. Well, you have no potions to get 2 dexterity. No, we're going to buy Blade Dance, though. And I don't think we're going to do anything else. I think we'll get this skill pot. I think that's it. I really want to buy this candelabra, but I don't think we have problems spending. We don't have anything over 1 cost. Oh, we have Phantom Knives. The candelabra? Let's buy the candelabra. Fuck it. We're buying the candelabra. Now we have no gold. All right, so where can we go? We can go this way, up here, bonfire, another question mark, which I love, another bonfire, and then right up there to our merchant. Or we can go this route, but there's not as many bonfires, and I need to upgrade some cards. All right, so let's go this way. See, this is where Fan of Knives and Dramatic Entrance come in handy. Like, incredibly handy. Meaning, we have the dream draw against these guys. Now, if you remember we fought them last time, you can only hit them for a maximum of 9 each time. You can hit them multiple times for 9, like if you had something that hit 2 or 3 times. Like it has replay 1, right? It would hit twice. Then you can do more than 9 damage. Like you can only do 9 at a time though. So we'll dramatic entrance these guys. Boom. Now see, it only did 9 damage across the board. That's fine. We're gonna Omni Slice them. Now they did 8 across the board because Omni Slice only does 8. We're gonna Phantom Knives. Jesus. And then we'll even Blade of Ink if we need to. So this does 4 damage to all enemies, but each time it's not 9. I mean, what? And then there's like 30 shivs in our exhaust pile just sitting there waiting to be reused. Accuracy again. I have no idea how that happened, but we will take it. Now we have to get rid of multiple cards. We're at 20. Okay, we can choose to enchant an attack with sharp 2, which means it does 2 more damage. But I like to put the stuff on block cards, like Cloak and Dagger. Now Cloak and Dagger does 8 block instead of 6 block. Fun. We'll Smith accuracy, of course. And we're going to go this route because there's a question mark there. The first time you lose hit points each combat, draw 3 cards. Thanks. Random doll? Bing bong. We don't want bing bong. Save scum. I don't normally do that, but that is not a good pick. Lose 5 hit points, pick 1 of 2. Daughter of the Wind, gain 1 block for every attack that I do. Guess what that works really well with? Cloak and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger. Okay, 57 out of 70, and we have 1 mob to kill here for sure. And then this guy. Let's Smith. Let's the other accuracy. Let's go for the win, man. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Dramatic entrance. Omni Slice. Neutralize. He's not doing any damage, but whatever. Blade of Ink. 2 shivs. Another strike. He's down to 83, which actually is kind of a lot. And you guys remember this guy, right? Every time we cast a card, we get -1 strength and -1 dexterity. It's going to do 15 damage to us. We're going to take a look at our skill potion. Wow, that's just not good. We're going to take Untouchable because it's 0, and then we'll use both of our accuracies and Blade of Ink. And now we can do 13 damage and 12 damage to his ass. We'll block. Not much block, but we'll block. And we'll strike him for 0. Because by that time, cards aren't doing anything anymore. Because we've cast them. See, -8 strength, -8 dex. So we take a decent amount of damage. 6. And now we have a cheater card. And I'm going to fucking use it. I hate this guy. End the turn. We're using Wraith form. Okay, so Cloak and Dagger. And we still don't have to worry about him like doing any more damage to me than 1. So he's going to do 3 damage to me. And he's got 24. Well, now he's going to do, still going to do 3. Omni Slice, Blade of Ink. It's dead. We did take some damage there, but we're within striking distance of being max health at the boss time. Scare Backflip and Predator. I like Predator, but it costs too much. All right. Got to get by this guy in order to he's going to do 9 damage to me, but I can accuracy twice. We're going to Cloak and Dagger, which does 8. Yes. Dramatic entrance. Shiv. Nice. Omni Slice. Neutralize, even though that doesn't do anything. We'll strike. Let's Blade Dance. 16. Our Shivs do 16 damage now, man. All right. Now he's going to flip over and try to do 19 damage to me. Man, I am just now dependent on Wraith form. I'm dependent on Wraith form. Well, this is sick. If I had a chance to use Finisher, that would have been really cool, but I didn't because he didn't have much health left at that point. Bouncing Flask is good for you doing a poison run. Pretty good. Leading Strike, I really want, but we have too many cards. Okay, what do we get? Phantom Blades. All right, we have to get rid of a card here. So it'll be, how is our defend cards? We have 3 defends. We have Survivor, that's 4 defends. Cloak and Dagger, that's 5. Interestingly enough, we only have 1 Cloak and Dagger. There's no Cloak and Daggers for sale here. But we're going to get rid of a Strike. We're going to hold on to our defend cards because we don't have enough defend cards. We can't buy anything else because we're out of money, but I should have bought, maybe I should have bought Phantom Blades. See if that comes back to bite me. See if we can heal the full. Almost 2 away. 2 away. And now we fight this guy, and you guys remember him. He's the Insatiable. So around him is this, the pit of sand, where if I get too close, I die. He eats me in that big hole. Yeah. Yeah. And each turn I get closer. It pulls me closer and closer and closer. So he's going to give me a bunch of cards that I can use to go backwards. But then that uses an energy to do that. And then if I want to use it again, it uses 2. So it becomes a problem. Soul Accuracy. We'll neutralize because it's free. We'll Blade of Ink. And we'll Shiv. We'll Dramatic Entrance. And we'll Strike. Strike because this card has replay 1. Okay, so now he freaks out, gives us all the Frantic Escapes. And the Frantic Escapes, like I said, moves us back 1 spot. And you can see this 4 right here. That means we have 4 turns until he eats us. And it actually says that. In 4 turns, you will be eaten and die. Facts are the facts. Cloak and Dagger. 10 damage, man. That's a nice pizza. Okay, 12 damage he's going to do to me. We're going to use Frantic Escape. And 1 defend. And we now have plenty. We still have 2 energy, but we don't have any counters that are going to give us any more. But we do have Daughter of the Wind. Granted, Daughter of the Wind triggers on attack, not using skills. End of turn. Now we're within 4 again. Accuracy again, because why not? Omni Slice, cost 0. We have no block. We're going to take 21 damage. Unless we can get some Shivs off. Because, as you can see, I already have 1 block here because of our sweet Daughter of the Wind, who gives me 1 block for every attack I do. We're going to cast these Shivs on him. And that gives us 3 block. I know it's not a lot. Well, Frantic Escape for the last one, because I like to stay as far away as possible. He scares me. Okay, I'm not going to lie. He scares me. Okay, we can use Wraith form here and cheat, totally. But why? That would be the smart thing to do. But we're not smart. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. That's really not good. We can't get all our shit from Blade Dance. Well, Frantic Escape. So we can Blade Dance. And then we can Finisher. Blade Dance gives us those 3 Shivs. Each one hits for 16 now. Finisher will deal 11 damage for each attack that I've done this turn. And I've done 3 attacks, those 3 Shivs. And as you can see, if we had more Cloak and Daggers and things like that to give us more Shivs to use in one turn, Finisher starts to really hit hard. And if you could have Finisher in the same hand as Knife Trap, you use Knife Trap, right? And it takes all your Shivs in your exhaust pile. All these Shivs come back out, and he throws them all, and then you use Finisher after that, and you've done like 30 attacks, right? That's how you can really trivialize the bosses. Because in this game, Slay the Spire 2, the defense of the bosses, not the defense, but the boss's offense on the third act ramps up so fast, like overwhelmingly fast. Your deck needs to be tuned pretty well. Too fast, in my opinion. All right, now we're within 4 of dying. He's going to do 14 damage to me. We're going to Blade of Ink. I'm going to do those again because that's 17 damage each time. God, that's great. We'll defend. Okay, so now we are within 3 steps of dying. We'll Omni Slice because it's free. We'll Blade of Ink. 17 more. We'll Survivor the Strikeout because he's still going to do a little damage to me. 14 damage, and we're going to block 8 of it because we've been attacking and our beautiful Daughter of the Wind is giving us a block for it. Here's 2 attacks, which gives us 2 more. And we almost stop all of it. Now we're 2 steps away from dying. We're going to have to use that Frantic Escape that costs 2. Neutralize. Oh, that doesn't really matter. He's got 4 weak on him. Either he'll be dead or I'll be dead by that time. Cloak and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger. 16 damage. He's down to 7. Can we just kill him? No. Frantic Escape. Now we can kill him. Let's kill him with the strike. Okay, he gone. 100 gold and not Knife Trap. After Image, though, whenever you play a card, you gain 1 block. That's another one that goes great with your Shiv deck. It's like you see how that's the same pretty much as the Daughter of the Wind card, except Daughter of the Wind's keys on attack. After Image doesn't matter. Interesting. So we're not taking any of those. But we do have tanks. Let's see what tanks has. Gain 1 at the start of each turn. Powers cost 1 more. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. I do like it, and I'll explain why. If we look at our hand right now, power, 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 power. Okay. All of those will go up 1. I don't like that because of that. Okay. The problem is, or the good news is that since it's giving me 1, it's like a wash, right? You may see that pop up. Okay, so you have 3 normal energy in a turn, and I have, I get the Wraith card. And so, okay, I can play the Wraith card. The Wraith costs 3. I have 3 energy. I can play it. But when I get that Spike Gauntlet, the Wraith card costs 4. But I have 4. You see, it's the same. And when you don't have to cast a power, it's a complete advantage. So we take that. The first card played in each combat is played an extra time. Don't like that, the combat part. Every turn, maybe. I mean, if I want to be broken, that's what you do. All right, so we did that. We did that. Okay, so where are our merchants? Because we have to dump some cards. One here, one here, one here. 3 merchants. Wow, man. Where's our upgrades? Where's our bonfires? Got a bonfire here and here. Where's that? Here. Bonfire here, chest, bonfire, bonfire, bonfire. I like that route. I like that route a lot. Let's do it. I like bonfire, chest, bonfire, because one of those you're going to get to do upgrades. You would hope. Dramatic entrance, omni slice. By the way, that's 2 attacks for finisher. Cloak and dagger, cloak and dagger. Gives us 2 more attacks. Blade dance gives us 3 more attacks. And now finisher will do 77 damage. 11 times 7. And he hasn't even gone yet. Okay, finisher's nice. Okay, accuracy costs 2, but that's fine. Fan of Knives costs 3, but that's fine because I think he's dead. Well, down to 6, and the strike kills him. Attack potion and another finisher plus. Can't do it. Can't do it. We already, it's finisher plus that we have, right? Yeah. Can't do it. Can't do it. Create a custom card for our deck. Make an attack, make a skill. We're going to make a skill because we need a block card. Gain 8 block, gain 2. Add a random card to your hand. It's free to play this turn. That's dumb. 8 block, gain 2 energy. That's fun. Gives us 2 energy. I mean, how is that bad? Okay, what do we have here? Anything? Leading strike. Normally I would have a couple of leading strikes in my hand, but they're so stingy on the cloak and dagger. We got cloak and dagger like first. The first card we got. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I want more cloak and daggers. All right, so we're not buying anything from this. We're not even going to get one of the potions. We have question marks, though. Oh, the fake one. Now, if you guys haven't seen this, there's a fake merchant roaming around in the question marks. Okay, here he is. So if you look at it, it's like Lee's Waffle, Anchor, and they're really bad. Like you gain 4 blocks starting each combat. You get 10. This one's actually okay. You get 10% of your hit points. You know, these are dumb. Like all the strike cards deal 1 additional damage. Happy Flower, every 5 turns you gain 1. So he's not good. However, if you have those foul potions and you throw them at him, it will start a boss fight. Yeah, pretty cool. I've never done it. That's just what I hear. I don't know what kind of reward you would get, but okay, we're going to divine. I'll explain divine before we do it. Here's a map, and you see our cube that we're moving around. If I click on something, it reveals part of that map. And I have 3 clicks. Here's another click, and then if I click here, it reveals that card that you saw back there. And so we can choose one of these if we so want it. But what you can do is save and quit and continue. Now that I know that there's a card in that spot, and see, I didn't even do it right. There's a card up there too. So save and quit, continue. Let's see if we can get it right this time. Here's the first card. This is a bad card. And here's another card. And then there's actually a gold card too. So you can see we can get one of these cards or one of these cards. So I'm going to do that for all 3. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I got. All right, guys, I clicked on this and we have Knife Trap. So we're going to pick Knife Trap and hope that helps us on our journey here. That's really fucking good. And I think we're at 70, so we can now upgrade it. So you see it says play every shiv in your exhaust pile on the enemy. If we upgrade it, it upgrades it and plays it. Insane. We really want to upgrade some more cards, so I'm glad we're at 70 hit points. If you end your turn with at least 10 block, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. I really like that, because most turns are at 10 block. We can smith again, and now we can start looking at doing like Blade of Ink. Fan of Knives just gives us one more shiv. That's not that great. It's not like it cost 1 or something. But Blade of Ink gives me one more ink, but these shivs, they're better because they do weak. They apply weak. The only other one that I would do is Omni Slice and then maybe the Defense. So we're gonna do Blade of Ink. And here we go. We're gonna put our plan in motion. A dramatic entrance. We have Omni Slice too. Those don't cost a thing. We'll neutralize that guy, so now he's only going to do 4 damage. We can't knife chap because we don't have anything in the exhaust pile yet. But we will. Blade of Ink lets us get some shivs. Now there's shivs in there. There's 2. It actually tells you that in the card, which is kind of nice. But we're not going to do anything else with that. We're probably going to defend. But we'll take some damage, so we're not going to use the attack potion. Because most likely what's going to happen is if we look at our map, we're a ways away from this boss, and it happens to be the queen. And we'll probably end up resting here. We probably won't rest here. Depends on how much damage these 2 dudes do to me. 4 damage? Yeah. Okay, so we got an accuracy, which is freaking awesome. Play it. Now we have Fan of Knives, which is even better. This gives us 4, and we have 6 cards out there, so we get all of them. None of them go to our discard pile. So now he's down to 26. We're going to Blade Dance, or should we Blade of Ink? This will do 30, so let's just do that, because we know 10 each one. And we're through that with 4 damage. That's pretty good. I could have did it better. Our card rewards are so great. Expose is really, really good. Expose is fantastic because if you go against a boss with artifacts like the new Aeon Glass boss, he's got 3 fucking artifacts. You just use this card, they're all gone. Or you have to like barrel your way through those artifacts, which is a pain. Okay, well, smith again. Now we'll probably end up smithing something else. No, we're probably going to do the same thing. I really wish we had another cloak and dagger. I have a feeling that we're going to be screwed when it comes to blocking. We don't really have very good blocking. We don't. Should we do a defend card? Probably Survivor, right? Damn. Damn. We have Mad Scientist. Do Mad Scientist. It doesn't give us any additional block, but it makes it innate, which means that it's going to be in our hand to start combat. Right here. So we can dramatic entrance, and then we can well, this gives us 2 right now. And I don't really want that. Really, it needs retain, but it doesn't have retain. We'll cast those inky knives on that guy, and then we'll finish her for 44. That's good. This will go away, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're slimed. Accuracy. Blade of Ink. 33 damage, man. So good. 12 damage here, though. Just kind of a pain. Where are we at? We have one more dude to fight, and then we can rest here. So we're not going to get through this fight unscathed. Meaning, I don't think we're going to waste our pots on this guy. We're probably going to blade dance here for 3. And how many do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 shivs. 8 times 10 is 80 damage. He has 127. That's not enough to win. So we'll defend. We only lose 1. Not bad. Accuracy, now it gets ludicrous. Ludicrous damage. Neutralize. Dagger. Cloak and dagger. Cloak and dagger. Shiv. Shiv. Now these two 16. These two 12. And we're done. He can't do anything because he's buffing himself. Fan of Knives. There it is. Fan of Knives for the win. And Blade of Ink to finish him off. We lost 1 hit point. Bouncing Flask, Expertise, and Ricochet, no. We're already at 21 cards. I really wanted to be at 20 or below. Actually, I want to be at way below, but sometimes that doesn't work out. Oh, we need Fan of Knives here. And if we use accuracy, we won't be able to do that. But if we Mad Scientist, we can. Wait, if I Mad Scientist, I'll get 1 more. I'll get 5. That's what we want to do. Mad Scientist gives us an extra 1. Now we can do it. Accuracy and then Fan of Knives. And now each one of these does 10 damage to all of them. Insane. Dramatic Entrance is another 11 just to rub it in. And okay. And then I don't know what hit him. Something hit him for 6 and killed him. Knife Trap. This is insane. It hits everybody. Okay. So, okay. I think we have a good chance of beating the queen. In fact, I'm almost debating about not resting. Why would we rest here if we're only 5 hit points off? Watch me lose by 5. We're going to upgrade Blade of Ink, I think. Okay. Here we go. The queen will start using some really, really nasty shit. So we want to get to her as fast as we can. Actually, we really don't. We really don't have a chance. Sometimes when I look at things. Okay. So this applies 1 weak and 1 vulnerable to all enemies, but this only lasts for 1 turn. This gain 2 dex lasts for the whole fight. And this attack potion, we're going to see what it is. Dash, backstab, flick flack. Not that great. But it's free. It's a free block card, so we'll use it. We get 10 block just for that. Plus an additional 3 from somewhere. Okay. So the problem is once the queen starts casting things, it will really limit what we can do. So we'll Dramatic Entrance here. Knife Trap has no knives, so we can't really use that. I wish it was an 8, but it's not. So he's going to do 18 damage to us. We pretty much stopped that. So we're going to strike the queen, strike the queen. We're really, what the point of this is, I'm totally ignoring the minion. And he hits fucking hard. But I'm ignoring the minion because if you kill the boss, then you win. All right, we're going to Mad Scientist just because I don't want to take those 2 damage. Seriously. What's in here? Dramatic Entrance. Okay, Knife Trap does 0. Survivor, I can do that, but that doesn't do anything either. But Finisher will do 44 damage. Just something. Okay, So we got through that unscathed. So here's the boss's first negative effect. It's called Chains of Binding. There's 3 cards here, 1, 2, 3, that I cannot use. Wait, let me rephrase that. There's 3 cards here, 1, 2, 3, that I can only use one of. I can use Strike or Omnislice or Fan of Knives. I can't use 2 of the 3 or all 3 because of the debuff. Okay. The other thing is we have Wraithform. Wraithform is great, and it's kind of cheating, but we're going to do that. So we have 6 total energy, and we need 7 in order to do what I wanted to do here with Fan of Knives and Wraithform. But, you know, we take what we can. We're going to Wraithform. We'll Blade of Ink. And we'll start shivving the guy. We're only shivving for 5 right now because we haven't gotten our accuracies yet. But we're going to take 1 damage from him because we Wraithformed, which is really good. Okay, end the turn. And now he casts a spell that gives me 99 frail and 99 weak and 99 vulnerable. But if we have accuracy, that's a horse of a different color. Now every one of our shivs, once we ever get them, will do a shit ton of damage. We are not going to do anything right now because A, we have no more energy, and B, he's only going to do 3 damage to me. So we're fine. We're almost out of Wraithland, which is unfortunate. We have 1 more. He's only going to do 1 damage to me. I just wanted to last as far as I could till we started getting stuff. You know what I mean? So we have Cloak and Dagger, Blade of Ink. All right, so we want to start getting some stuff. So let's Blade of Ink, because what I want to do is I want to hit this guy for 1, 2, just so that he gets 2 weak on him for when the Wraith wears off. Actually, we're going to do another one on him. And then we'll do Cloak and Dagger to get the Shivs to do on the Queen. And then we'll Blade Dance to do more Shivs on the Queen. And then we'll neutralize somebody, and he gets 4 weak now. And we can double strike. That was good. That was a good one. We don't take any more damage. And now our Wraith form is over. We don't get that anymore, unfortunately. So what can we do? Not much. This is a bad draw. We're going to use our Potion of Binding. 1 weak and 1 vulnerable, only because that applies another weak to him. We're going to, I guess we'll strike. There's nothing else to do. Actually, we're going to Mad Scientist so we get some defense. And we'll defend again. We don't have any attack, so that's not going to work. We take a little bit of damage. And now we get Fan of Knives, and now we get Knife Trap. So we have 3, 5 we need, and we only have 4 energy. That sucks. Let's look what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times 16 is a lot, but that might not be enough to win. If we do a Blade of Ink, we'll get 3 more. And now if we Knife Trap, what do? We do 14 Shivs. Let's see how much damage that does. Oh, 1 more and he would have died. So we take 36 damage and we have 19 block. We're looking pretty good. So this looks like we are in good shape here. Oh, we got Knife Trap again. Okay, well, of course we're in good shape. If I had half of mine there, we would have killed the minion first and then gone back to him just to rub it in. But it's AI, man. It doesn't give a shit. Proceed. So we proceed here to this dude, and he's like You can't defeat me. So I would imagine when it's just not beta, we're going to be able to fight him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this run, guys. Please subscribe. See you soon.